All right, so it's Rob
Sydney.
back in the kitchen again. Today, like I said, we're doing something a little different. We're gonna actually be making a recipe and trying it. And I always I don't ever let Sydney really know what we're doing, so that way you get her natural reaction when I tell her. So what we're doing is we're making this recipe from this website called Scrumdelicious. It's a YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, really cool. But anyways, it's got 4 million views. So it's got I don't know if people have actually made it or not, but 4 million views. So do you know what comfort food is? What is comfort food?
I don't know.
Like macaroni and cheese and bread and stuff. Stuff like when you're feeling low and it's junky outside and you just want to eat some comfort food. All right, so it makes you comfortable. So today we're doing it's like a spaghetti and meatballs, but it's kind of like you don't cook the pasta and you put the meat around it and then you cook the whole thing.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna try it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got all of our stuff laid out here. I have a list of all the ingredients that we're gonna use. And the weird thing about that channel is they don't give you. They just kind of give you. We use this, but they don't tell you how much.
Mm-hmm.
So I just winged the how much. So that's going to be the interesting part. So it might end up not spicy enough or too spicy or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and get everything processed. I don't know the way you like to cook, but the way I like to cook is I like to have everything done and ready ahead of time, and then just so all the chopping and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and do those things. Kind of weird, we have to actually cut the spaghetti because we don't have a pan that's big enough for this full-size noodle to brown the meat. So I think if we cut it in half, then we'll be good to go. All right, so you're going to cut the spaghetti. So we got the daddy knife and then we got the Sydney knife. So you're going to use the Sydney knife and you're going to cut the spaghetti. So yeah, so we're just going to cut the spaghetti. Yeah, maybe I've never cut spaghetti, and it's probably I don't know if it's gonna break or not. But basically,
Can you just break it?
No, because we want it in perfect halves.
Why?
So just take some out, take 5 or 6 strands out right now, and let's just try it and see if it works. So put it down, yeah, and then try to cut it. No, you put it bundle it all up.
Well, I was gonna do a couple strands.
Oh, okay, all right, and then just go right down, right in the middle. Okay, that'll work.
So it's it's pretty even.
Yeah. So after all that, don't use. Would you recommend using a knife to cut? Okay, it did not work with the knife kind of pasta you might have seen at the beginning there. It didn't work, but we've got most of our pasta cut or broke in half. We ended up just breaking it in half because the knife thing just doesn't work and we end up with all kind of stuff on the floor. So tip for yourself, do not use the knife to cut the pasta. So now we're going to cut up the onions, the garlic, and the bell peppers so that we're ready to go. So we're going to do that. Okay. Whew. Hands tired from that. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put together the meat mixture. Well, Sid's going to put together the meat mixture. So we need all the ground beef. So 1 pound of ground beef in this dish. You're so careful.
What?
You're so careful. You don't want to touch the meat.
No, not really.
All right. 1 pound of ground beef. Okay. And then we've got cayenne pepper.
All of it?
Yep, just pour it in. Okay. Chili powder. Actually, that was smoked paprika. I lied.
What's this?
That's chili powder. Chili powder, yeah. This is Italian seasonings. Salt. And pepper. And now you can't really do this with a spoon or anything, so this is gonna be done by hand. So yeah. So are you ready for this? Good thing you didn't touch it when it came out of that container. All right. Okay. Meat is mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take my jewelry off. What we're gonna do now is, so basically, I guess the way it looks to me, like you want to take, like, what you would, like, what a normal, like, serving would be for a person, like, so maybe like that much pasta or something. Like, take that, and then you take like meat, some meat. See, we don't have very much. Maybe it needs to be more than a pound. And you kind of just, you like flatten it out in your hand like this. And then you put the pasta in the center. And yeah, see, I might not have enough. And then you're supposed to roll it around. Yeah, see, I'm a little shy on meat, so you basically take this and you make raw pasta inside of meat, but you wanna, I don't know.
You do it all the way around?
Yeah. No, just in this section. But see, that's not
Tight enough.
It's not holding together really well either. All right, so that's kind of. Okay, so what we ended up with is we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are definitely are not as easy to put together as they make it seem on the video.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, the meat doesn't close up around it. The noodles just want to keep slipping out, so we hope that this goes well. But this was 1 pound of ground beef, and we essentially got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of single portion packets here. So now we just take these over, and we've got a frying pan that's got some olive oil heating up in it. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to put these in the frying pan and brown them on all sides. All right, so now we're ready to go. We preheated the oven to 350, but just a little back on the whole grilling thing. The frying, I don't know if you could tell in the fast video or not, but the meat was kind of separating. Now we used like a real lean cut of meat. It was like, I don't even remember the ratio, like maybe 90-10 regular to 10% fat, so that could be why. So maybe use something a little bit more fatty so it holds together. But it grilled up okay, it fried up okay. We added the sauce, the red wine, and the vegetables that we cut up while we were browning the meat on all sides. So the biggest thing that we're concerned about right now is what?
The noodles.
The noodles. I don't know about this, if the noodles are gonna cook. I mean, there's no bake, I understand all that. I assume the moisture from the sauce while it's cooking here is going to take care of it, but that's the one thing that we're kind of worried about. We had to split it into 2 containers because the one was it was too full, and I was worried that the noodles were going to be sticking out of the sauce and those parts wouldn't get cooked. So we're going to go ahead and stick them in the oven now, 350. Oven's already preheated, so Sid's going to stick them in the oven. This is going to be funny.
Well, maybe
You don't need that right now. You actually don't need the hot hand because
why?
nothing's hot you're touching, unless you plan on touching the grates in the oven.
Might.
Yeah!
Like that?
Yep. Perfect placement. Slam the door shut. And in 30 minutes, we should have a delicious dinner. All right, so 30 minutes is up. We're ready to pull them out of the oven. Let's take a look. Let's see what they look like. Here's our single serve. Looks pretty good. I can tell, like, on the side, like, see where the noodles aren't under sauce. It's like they're not, you can tell they're either cooked beyond the point that they're crusty again, or they never got cooked all the way. So, and then here is the full size. That's a good thing I didn't have you take this out, because I can't even get it out. All right. Okay. Now here's the full size. Whoa! Almost dropped it. There's the full size, and you can see on that one corner there where the noodles weren't under the sauce, they're crusty. So make sure your noodles go under the sauce if you don't like crusty noodles. All right, so we're gonna let this sit for maybe 5 minutes to cool down, then we'll get it plated, then we'll do a taste test. Okay, so this is what it looked like after we pulled it out of the oven. And you can see here that the meat cooked through nice, and you have those noodles poking through the meat, so you got a nice spaghetti meatballs. We decided to pair ours with some garlic bread and salads, and we're gonna go ahead and dig. All right, so here we are. It's come out of the oven. So I took the single serve one that we made, and I just cut it in half just in case we didn't like it. We wouldn't waste a bunch, although I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the rest anyways. But we're in for a little bit. I feel like we're in for a little bit of a treat here, because as I was cutting, I cut right down the center, and as I was cutting down the center, there was quite a bit of resistance on the knife as I was cutting through. So I think, I'm not sure.
They're like moving, but they're hard.
Okay, they're not worms. They're noodles. Okay. Well.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna cut into mine.
It's soft.
Okay.
It's
now my center is not.
It's like sticky though.
Yeah, because it's like almost there, right?
Mhm.
All right. So let's try them.
Meatball's good.
Oh yeah. Meatball's good. So the spices that we put in seem to be the right, but I'm glad we have the salad and garlic bread, because the noodles, I mean, I might be able to, I'm gonna pull some of mine out, and you might, you can, here. It's still crunchy. It's still crunchy.
Well, some of them are. Like these ones are good on the outside.
I almost feel like I should take the big batch and stick it in, maybe for another 10 minutes, and see what happens. But
you have to open the meat up or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They made it look a lot easier than it actually was. But I mean, overall, the taste is good, except for the crunchiness of the noodles. And like I said, maybe I didn't have it. When I pan fried it, maybe I didn't leave it in long enough. In the video, they show like it being covered with the sauce and stuff in the pan, but they don't give no time for how long they keep it in there. So maybe that's on me. So, but for the flavor of the meat and the sauce and everything like that, like we have we can either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And on this one, I'm going to give it a thumbs up because I like the flavor and I think it's worth trying, but I think I would leave it in the fry pan maybe a little bit longer to soften up these noodles, because if these noodles were softened up, it kind of makes a neat little dish. You can impress your friends with it and make it look. And Sid already ate her whole thing, so obviously it's not too bad. But yeah, I would definitely give it a try. I mean, heck, what else you got going on right now? I mean, there's not a whole lot we can be doing, right? We're all in our houses, but yeah, check out Scrimp Delicious. There's a lot of different things on the site, and maybe try something new. But I would definitely recommend trying this one. I think I'll try it again, and like I said, I'm going to put that back in for another 10 minutes or so, and then check it out tomorrow. Maybe even sit in the fridge overnight with softened noodles. I don't know. But enjoy.